we move on to discuss some of the top soccer headlines going on in the soccer world. And we'll start off with João Cancelo. We'll start off in a little bit of a sonder mood. Actually, ex-England international manager Sven-Göran Eriksson has passed away, aged 76. It was revealed in January that he had been diagnosed with terminal pancreatic cancer. He passed away this Monday at his home. He's won 18 trophies in his career between 1977 and 2001. And, he was the manager for England at the World Cup in 2002 and 2006, and also the European Championship in 2004. So, condolences to his family. And he had a decorated career, winning 18 trophies, seeing the amount of quality players that he was able to manage over the years, not just in England, but overall in his career. He was in charge of some really, really good teams. He's coached all over, to be honest. When you look at, he's had stints as the manager of the Mexican national team, which I didn't even realize. I didn't even know till today. He managed Notts County. He was the manager of the Ivory Coast national team, which I also did not know till today. I did not know he had a period as an Ivory Coast manager. He managed Leicester City, China, and even the Philippines. So, condolences to his family, and he's a very great manager. Barcelona were able to clear up cap space, and they were able to register Dani Olmo. He's able to, in place of Andreas Christensen, who has suffered an injury. Dani Olmo, he's going to be able to make his debut against Rayo Vallecano after missing the first two La Liga games with the registration not being able to go through, the La Liga registration. Dani Olmo, he wasn't able to play. I just said this, but we know the issues in terms of Barcelona, in terms of the financial issues. Despite John Laporta trying to act like it's all rainbows and clear skies, at Barcelona, there's some serious financial issues in the club. It's clearly evident in the fact that they're not able to register their new signing till the third week of the season. But now that Andreas Christensen suffered a long-term injury, it frees up space to be able to register him, and he's gonna be able to play for Barcelona. James Rodriguez, it's official. He has Rayo Vallecano has confirmed the transfer for him. It's great to see him back in sort of top-flight football after that brilliant sort of run he had at Copa America. I'll love to see what he's able to do at Rayo Vallecano. Al Hilal, this is the big story of the game. They're closing in on being able to sign João Cancelo from City. The Portuguese international is going to move to the Saudi Pro League. It's going to be worth around 21 million euros. And the contract is going to be worth around 15 million a year, 15 million euros a year for Cancelo, which is a lot of money, money that he can, a lot of money, generational wealth. He's now 30 years old, and he hasn't played for City for the last year and a half after after the falling out he had, which led to a loan at Bayern Munich and then later on a loan to Barcelona. He returned to training this summer, and it seemed like there was an opportunity maybe for him to sneak back into the team with some comments that Guardiola was making, but maybe looking back now, maybe that was just a way to sort of drive his value up. to so that they can, so Manchester City were able to get something for him, which 21 million, euros. That's not a horrible evaluation for a player. It's known that, João Cancelo in Manchester City is not a fit anymore because of the issues that happened. But yeah, he's gonna leave City. He played more than 150 games for them. He won 3 Premier League titles. And he's not exactly, leaving Europe out of his prime. He still had a very good season for Barcelona, and he was a starter for Portugal at these sort of European championships. So, and he was very good for them at the European Championship. So, I don't like when players move to Saudi when they're still playing at their best. I never like those sort of moves, but it seems like he thinks that's the best move for him right now. So yeah, I mean we wish him the best, I guess. Chelsea, they could potentially be rivaling Juventus for Jadon Sancho. Just when you thought, wow, Chelsea, great performance, get on the headlines for some good, for the first time, they want to rival that with this sort of news, that they're considering, battling Juventus for Jadon Sancho. United, they're allowing him. They're willing to sell him before this Friday's transfer deadline. Juventus, they've had some initial talks with Manchester United, but they have not reached any sort of agreement. Chelsea have also been rumored that they're considering him as an option. He was sort of an option for them last season. They weren't able to get it over the line though last season. Now they've came back for it. We know it's been we know it's been out there that he's Sancho did initially grow up a Chelsea fan living in London. So maybe there could be interest from Sancho's side. I know from Chelsea's side there's definitely some interest, which I don't understand why, because you already have Pedro Neto at the club. You have Pedro Neto, Noni Madueke, Cole Palmer, Nkunku, João Felix, Mikhailo Mudryk, who I was very critical of in that first segment, but that's sort of a player, it's still a little too early to just completely give up on him, which you essentially might be doing if you're willing to bring in someone like Jadon Sancho, because you're really slashing the legs of Mikhailo Mudryk at that point, because you're taking away like the last sort of available minutes for him if Jadon Sancho is at the club. And if you genuinely expect Jadon Sancho to come in and be a factor for Chelsea, you're sort of saying to Cole Palmer, not to Cole Palmer, to Mikhailo Mudryk, you're just not in the plans, you're not good enough anymore, which is not really, good business for Chelsea, to say the least. But it makes no sense to me why Chelsea are in for him. They already have too much attackers as it is. And, for Chelsea, it's about building continuity now. And, bringing in someone else just, is the opposite of that, and makes it even more difficult to build sort of continuity at the club. I'm trying to see. There was some transfer news going on. We know it's always going to be big in terms of transfer news. Atletico Madrid, they're plotting a move for Matías Núñez from Manchester City. Atletico Madrid, they're looking at a loan move potentially for the 28-year-old, which could be, which would be the second transfer from Manchester City to Atletico Madrid this season, actually, with Atletico Madrid being able to land Julian Alvarez earlier this transfer window. Manchester City, the decision is up to them, really. They have not really indicated whether or not they're allowing Núñez to leave or not. That's going to be interesting. He hasn't really had, the sort of amount of games that maybe he's wanted since being at Manchester City. He hasn't been able to really, cement a spot in the, first team. And, I think being able to go to a team like Atletico Madrid, I think he'll get a lot more minutes, a lot more games played. And I think that'd be a good move for him. And that'd be something I'd push for if I was him. But yes, guys, that's all we got for y'all today, guys. Thank y'all for tuning into the GSMC Soccer Podcast, presented by the GSMC Sports Network. Your support means a lot to us. So, subscribe to the show and leave a positive review. It really does make a difference. We also ask you to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram for more updates. Thank you, guys, and have a wonderful, wonderful day.
Let's go. I wake up to a little bit of drool on my pillow, feel like it's gonna be a bad day. Yeah, I'm tired of shit, and the coffee ain't hit yet, damn, ain't that great. I don't wanna go to